people have the mindset that they were given. And I've lived in the jungle with Mayan Indians. I've lived in the jungle with Costa Rica. I've been to Greenland and Iceland. I've been to the Amazon. And what I saw in all those places and many more in many states in the US, there's one human paradigm. And everyone's been given the same paradigm. If you speak Mandarin, German, English, or French, or Igbo, you still are going through the same human experience, and there's a language within that. And maybe here's a way to express that. So I can have four basketball players, and one guy is really good on the playground. He plays in high school, and he gets a lot of girls, and he plays well, but he just doesn't make it to the NBA because when he plays, he says, "I'm going to get all the girls." And he accomplishes that. The next guy says, "I'm going to make it to the NBA." So he trains to make it to the NBA, and he does. The next guy says, "I'm going to start in the NBA." And he trains, and this guy starts in the NBA. And the fourth guy says, "I'm going to break every record in the NBA." And that's where you get your Michael Jordans and your LeBron Jameses. They're not saying, "I'm going to make it to the NBA." They're not saying, "I'm going to start," and they're not playing to chase the girls. They are training to break records. That's a mindset that's created, invented. It's there are lots of examples in the world where people invented a future that didn't exist. So for Michael Jordan to break records and saying that from high school, he's committing to a future that doesn't even exist. And so this is where those things from the past will say, "Well, you can't do that, and remember this, or your parents died, and you for lots of reasons," but none of that mindset is just as, nimble or malleable as water. So, there's no such thing as someone who's stuck, and that's why when someone says to me, transforming corporate culture, transforming mindset is difficult, or when people say change is hard, this is what I'm going to ask your listeners to hear. The only reality that exists is the one that you say exists. If you
Mhm.
say change is hard, you will be right. As long as you think that way, you will go out of your way to prove change is hard. If you say it's hard to change corporate culture, you will be right. Now, I'm not saying you're going to just get up and go play in the NBA and break all records if you didn't train and prepare for that. So there is a commitment. If you're really committed to accomplishing something, what's the body of work required in that paradigm to prepare you to accomplish that?